Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to HCS Pro Talk, your weekly Halo Esports podcast. You like that shit? Did my own fucking audio effect. How great was that? This is episode 127 for the week of May 17th, 2020. My name is Josh, aka JK Fire, and this week I'm joined by the man not only in the Minnesota Rocker t-shirt, you can't really see it, but I can see it because I can tell what it is. Oh, it's the jersey.
The jersey.
It ain't even the fucking shirt. It's the jersey. And the Halo Outpost Discovery hat. Will, a.k.a. I, Mr. Mayhem. Will, how are you on this Sunday afternoon?
Doing all right. Wish it wasn't raining outside, but, you know, we do need it, like you said earlier.
It's going to be warm.
Yeah.
Some would say toasty this week.
I think 80s, did I hear?
Yeah, like Friday and Saturday, it's like 80 and 85, I think.
Yeah.
I'm fucking stoked.
I know you are.
Yeah!
All right.
For those who don't know, Minnesota weather. So, Minnesota weather. I love the humidity that we have here during the summer. And trust me, I know that it gets bad. Like, it gets very, very bad. And by that, I mean it gets very, very hot. But I love being able to feel like you're just breathing in the air.
So weird.
I love it. I don't know what it is. I really like it, though.
Weird.
And we don't get it enough. Like, we don't get it often enough.
We don't need it often.
Yeah, we do.
It's too...
We have, like, a month, maybe, of it.
You like the stickiness and
Yeah.
like everything.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
No, it's not fun.
It is fun. Also, welcome to everybody who's popping into the live show. Beth, Justin, everybody's tuning in. Thank you guys very much. Beth says it's going to be 90 here, and I'm dreading it. If it was 90 here, as long as my AC didn't go out, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit outside while it's 90 for hours on end. I'm not going to do that. But if I just want to pop out, just bask in it for a little bit, so this is nice. But no, I'm a man that loves his AC, of course. And then Justin says, just popped in to say, have a great stream, guys. I'm trying to fix some electrical in my camper, so I won't be able to make this week's live show. On the bright side, I can listen to it later this week. Well, thank you very much, Justin, for popping in, saying hello, and we hope you enjoy the recorded version of the show. Hey, Will.
Yeah.
You want to know what's coming up on this week's episode?
What do we got?
A ton of different tournament information, a massive Roster Mania segment. Get stoked, Will. An actual scrim recap mixed in with the tournament recaps, an MCC bug update and what it could mean for the MCC Pro Series, and we round things out with a little CDL recap as well. But without further ado, Will, it's time for some competitive news. And I'll wait for you to press the other button, too. Sick. So, the first news story of the... Wait, hold up. What the fuck? Yo, Jordan, thank you for the subscription. 2 month streak. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Look at that alert.
That's awesome.
It looks so good. I'm going to change the colors because I can do that.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'll make them red and blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking sick. Also, want to give a heads up for those who are listening to this, whether it be live, whether it be the recorded version. We have reached out, and we have somebody who is going to be doing the commission for our sub badges. So I will just say Lydia, who has been known for quite some time now within the Halo community that does a lot of emotes, sub badges, so on and so forth. So she will be doing our sub badges, and once we get them, we'll post them. And then, yeah, we'll have some cool looking things. I'm excited to see what they look like when they're done. And then also, I want to throw this out there as well. We'll put this in Discord and whatnot. If you guys have an idea for our first emote, let us know what you think. Let us know what you'd want. Put it in the Discord, and we'll take that into consideration. And whatever we choose, that'll be the first emote. So that's that. And yes, Beth, she does do a really good job. I'm very excited. All right, so the first actual news story in competitive news. We have Monza leaves Mantra. Yep. So this happened like very, very shortly after we even talked about like the first string of people leaving. So this happened like right after that. It was bound to happen anyway. But she put out a tweet and it states, I have also parted ways with Mantra Esports due to recent events. Don't want to get into details, but I appreciate the opportunity. If anyone has room on their team for a Halo content creator, hit me up. Monza, best of luck to you in the future, and fuck Mantra. So, the next news story, SWAT Nation adds a team member. This is by SWAT Nation. And I quote, "We're happy to announce that Why Not Be Reckless has joined the core SWAT Nation team as our 10th member. As the community grows, so do our needs to keep providing you with all the best experience possible. Welcome, Tony." Congratulations, Tony. That is fantastic to hear. You've been doing a phenomenal job doing casting on a whole bunch of different events, along with your own stream as well. Happy to see you join the team over at SWAT Nation. Another team member addition, this time for Blue Team tournaments. In light of our prize pot update, we would also like to announce that Louis V. Titan will be joining Blue Team as one of their producers. He has already been hard at work and will be producing this week's broadcast for the Halo 2 Classic 2v2 tournament. But to lead into that tournament that was supposed to be taking place, also, welcome, the Suave Man. Welcome to the live show. Hope you're having a great day, and thank you for tuning in. So, that's right. The tournament has been postponed. This is by Blue Team Tournaments. And I quote, "After much debate, consideration, and testing, we have decided to postpone tomorrow's Halo 2 Classic tournament. Currently, the state of the game, both Xbox and PC, are highly volatile and not in a good state for a tournament environment. Even though we did not replicate the issue in Xbox custom games, this does not mean an issue won't occur during the tournament. To the fairness and integrity of the game and to the players, we feel this is the best approach, as hosting a tournament during the game's controversy is not the direction we want to go. In light of this, the tournament is postponed until 343 remedies this issue. If this issue continues over the span of 2 weeks, the tournament will be canceled. However, the tournament will be placed into our summer roadmap, and the current $400 prize pool will transition along with it. An additional $200 will also be added, as it will be treated as a new/unique tournament. We will strive to keep our players and everyone up to date on the status of this tournament in the following days, and we apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. Thank you for your patience and understanding." So, first up, want to give a big shout out to Blue Team for this, for taking into consideration the state of the game that it's currently in. We're going to talk about the state of the game later on in the show. It's not great in the slightest. 343 is working on things, but again, we're going to talk about it. We have this platform. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about things that could be happening. So yeah, said if the game's bad, we're going to talk about the game's bad. If the game's good, we're going to talk about the game's good. So that's coming on later in the show. But big shout out to Blue Team Tournaments for postponing this event. They said it perfectly in that post. It's to keep the integrity of the competition, right? And if the integrity is not there, then there's no point in holding that competition in the first place. So good on you guys. Looking forward to the eventual event. And here's hoping it comes soon and those fixes get actually fixed. Thank you very much to Suave Man. Greatly appreciated. And you keep up the grind as well. Keep up competing. All right, Will, that's it for the competitive news. Not a lot in there, which is perfectly fine. We have the MCC Pro Series. Again, we're going to talk about what that could mean later on in the show, but hopefully it's good. Regardless, upcoming tournaments of the week presented by noobcombo.com. Check out noobcombo.com for all your Halo esports wants, needs, and desires. And we have a few for you. So today, as a matter of fact, Sunday, May 17th, the GT Halo Quarantine Schoolyard Redux Halo 5 4v4 is going on right now. Right now. So you can head on over to mixer.com/GT Halo, and you can catch all of the tournament stuff that's happening over there, again, right now. If you're listening to the recorded version of the show, it's not right now, okay? Like, if you're watching live, it's right now. But if you're not, if you're driving, I want you pulling off the side of the road, going to that Mixer channel and realizing they're not live and then blaming me. It's okay. Leave them a follow, but don't blame me. All right. Then the grand finals, I believe, are happening right now of the European Halo League Halo 5 free-for-all. So next week we'll have recaps of everything, obviously, but I believe the grand finals are happening right now for that. And then finally, I believe later today, we have the Esports Arena Halo 5 2v2. Plenty of teams have been signing up for that as well. Looking forward to the competition. On Wednesday, May 20th, we have the Why Not Be Reckless Halo 5 2v2 tournament. I believe this has to do with his subscribers. So if you're any at all interested, check out the link in the Google Doc of the show to the show for more information. And then on Saturday, May 23rd, we have Lucky's Halo 5 SWAT FFA tournament and the MCC Pro Series Open Tournament number 1. It's probably the big one there, and we'll see what happens with that. And then finally, on Sunday, May 24th, we have the Halo Australia Pro League Week 3, Halo 5 4v4, and the SWAT Nation Challenger Series May SWAT Fest Halo 5 2v2. Plenty of Halo competition across the board. And you know what? All but one of those tournaments are Halo 5. All but one. The MCC Pro Series is not. Mm-hmm. All the other tournaments were Halo 5. That's fantastic. You'd love to see it. Will, that's it for the upcoming tournaments of the week. Therefore, Will, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna die.
It's time for
Roster Mania! Yeah, so this Roster Mania thing. Strap in, because here we go.
Remember when I told you it was back? Or it was coming back?
Yeah.
Last week, I'm like, oh, it's back. No, this week, it's like back. Backstreet's back. All right.
No.
Sorry. I had to go there.
All right, let's start off with the first free agent announcement. It's Nemesis. He said, free agent for Halo 2 Anniversary, currently in, I believe is that New Zealand?
Yes.
He's in New Zealand. So Ping might be a little bit annoying, but I can be on at any time. If you're trying to grind and willing to put in work to improve, hit me up.
So
him, not me, obviously.
So Nemesis from Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I was confused because he was competing in the Australia Pro League last week, I think, when we recapped it. And I'm like, is that really the same one? And then he puts out the tweet. I'm like, oh, it would make sense. Australia, New Zealand. Cool. Good for him. I hope it's beautiful. I hear New Zealand is gorgeous. So.
Kind of quite the change from Minnesota to New Zealand.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
It's fucking insane.
All right. So potential MCC Pro Series teams. We did see Ryan Noob compete with Rain, Saiyan, and King Nick. So we'll see if that continues on to the actual Pro Series.
Yep.
And then we got some open qualifier teams.
Oh boy, do we.
Just a few.
Over 40.
Over 40. Just a few.
Just a few.
But let's start and get into it. So we have Team Sunflowers. This is Blanker Boy, Charge L, Fatipo 4, and Nibble Boy. Yeah.
For the record, these were all just copy paste.
That's fine.
So
this is going to be interesting.
I didn't try. I'm like, I just got to get this information in here, so I'm sorry.
Next team, Itchy Onions.
Good name.
Includes Vuzzle, Malo, Reap the Reaper, and Cuban. Next team, Tercio Spartan? I don't...
Sure.
This includes Ador 117, band name, Radioactive PT, and Virus T9.
Okay.
Next team is Chevron. This is Cajun Rice, Moth, Benedetti. Can't believe I got that out.
Okay, sure.
It's weird. And then Frag Wolf. Next team is ACFK. It's Nobby24, Addy75, Pin to Big, and Kevin117. There's an extra I in there, but I'm gonna go with Kevin. Isn't that the bird from Up? Kevin. Yep.
Oh, it might be.
All right. Next up, Ballistic Squad, Unshaped LOD, Hugo 850.
It's whatever you think
what
it is.
What the hell is this? I'm gonna go with something 907. I don't know how to say it. And then last, Spider Gugs 9.
Remember when I said last week and I joked about how people can DM me with these terrible fucking names and I may or may not give them $10 to change it?
It's not gonna happen.
No, I'm not fucking. No way. These are all bad.
All right.
Nearly all bad.
Let's keep it rolling. Next, we have Laplace Demons. This is Bello 05. Camus 24. Holly GSN 90. I don't know. Slifer 26. Next team is Mancos X Semper. MSP Dark Lord Alphafire. What?
Oh my God.
Dark Near 2927 and Draxon rounds it out. Next up, Spartan Damien is Blades HB, Micro JD, PP Quiche, Kesh, Kesh, I don't know, and Foxtons. Next team, Amio, it's Raspet, Allen 117, Mexican 888, and Allen VCR. Next team name is Far Squad. This includes Shamib Binatar. We're going to go with that. Far Luminous, Flavorful, and Niderlev.
Can I give that first name a shot?
Sure.
Schmibinator?
Sure. There you go.
Sick. What?
I've had enough already.
I mean, it's just going to keep going.
All right, next team is Chef Sidos. This includes Tay, Markua, Nietzsche, and Jade Blue. Next team is the Oslo. What the fuck?
What the fuck?
This team includes Scarlet, Cannon, Mugawara, and
they should rename their team to the Oslo What the Fuck. That's their team name now.
Lamb Kaiser. I'm going to go with that.
Sure.
Next team is Misfits. This is Bad Dogs 12, Chico JS 20, MSF I Date Orc.
Sure.
And Alan RR 431. Next team is the Prophets. This is Speed 90009, Crombop, Oberst, and Tier 1. Next team is Real Ones. This is Prawn. I think it's Gunshot.
I think you're completely right on that.
Hurricane and Mines. And then next team is Los Coyotes.
Los Coyotes.
This includes Nugget SSJ, Atso Kiddo, Drift, and Noble.
Oh, Atso, Drift, and Noble.
They're back.
They are.
Next team is One Punch. This
Man.
is Alkane. 1PN Notorious. Super Kingy. I think it's supposed to be Kinky.
I think it is too.
And then Hallucino Dream.
Nice.
Next team is Los Desperados. This includes Eclipse, Star Sky, Espectro, and Pagan Painter. Next team, Godlikes, Car 895, Armando Boys, Boyos, I should say, Frox 2, and Louis. I'm going to go with Louis because it makes sense. Luihjy. Sure.
Holy shit.
Next team is Endangered. This is Crazy HCS. Benevimo. What the V Manatee and Crystal Rails. Next team, BT Clutch, Brassy Dutes, BTC Slick, sorry. BTC Nasty Nick, and Hosticide.
I like that. They have Brassy Dutes and Nasty Nick. I like that.
Next team, Mexican Crew, Gabo GZ147. Is Waldito. It's Zeus and Alex Wolf 01. Next team is Team Fried. This is Pootsax.
Awesome.
I'm just going to go Y3 Wish.
Sure.
I think it's supposed to make something, but I don't know what.
It's fine.
Frosty Evades and Steeler. Next team, Unsung Heroes. OG Gamer 686, Blue Digital, Rip MGK, and NYCJ. Next team, Spicy Boys. Old is it Old Jenks?
I think so.
Midtown Sheen, Proudly TB, and Low Life. Next team is 2Mag. This is Split Moon, not Alolicano. What? Steel Shooter and Eben Aban. This is painful. Next team, Forerunners, Articaves, Garu Hits Cree, M Coffee 1, and Impacted ASP. Next team, Satan PGE. It is Khan, Sparta HCS, Devil Psy, and Jim. Next team, World Eaters, Corn 3, or it's probably just supposed to be Corn. Onis, Aries, what the hell? And Chi Mai Ri.
I'm telling you, I'm wondering when they're making these names, if they just like put their hands up, right? And they have a keyboard in front of them. And then they just go like that.
And just smash.
Whatever pops up. Okay, cool. We got it. That's it. Ship it.
The issue is there's so many gamer tags out there now that you need to get like creative.
These aren't creative.
But they're crazy. Aggressivity. This team includes a Berserk, Animatrix, Fadono, and Trifley. Team Osiris, Swisher, Kitten, Chicken Robs, and Lord of the Rings Morgoth.
Perfect. See, that was an easy one. That's how it should be. You rolled right through them. Easy peasy.
Next team is Spartans. This is Silent Gold, Monspeedo, Clamchi, and Hunter Hawk 93.
Not as bad.
Next team is Kilimanjaro, Diego M20, Juan Diego, Jeton, and Sancho 6040. Next team, TDK, Andrew Raccoon, Hanu 22, Gasson 1, 1280, I'm going to say, and Oberst Bomb. Next team is Noble Geeks. This is Radico, Sparking 11, Bonafars, and Adlary. Next team is Team Authentic. This is SSJ Zeldris, Esterosa, Serial Vega, and Starscrim.
You're almost done.
Next team. What?
Give it a shot.
Tecolote Crew.
Perfect.
Kinda Dead. Stunk Z-Lash. Pablo Tooney. And Fredwart 1. Team The Shell is Alumnite, Rob the Turtle, Winter, and Hunter JJX. I've heard of them before.
Yes.
Next team is Leggy Noobs. It's MCN 112, Shang Xuanli, Dasuku, and Nuka Doge 1999. And last but not least, so I've made it through, thank God, it's Team Nirvana, Hall Desu, Tomokazu 1115, Hurius 38, and Kamichki, whatever it is. There, done.
You did
it.
You did it.
Done with that.
How'd that feel?
Not good.
Getting back in the swing of things?
That hurt.
You know? Did it?
That was bad.
Well, don't worry. During the actual pro tournament, that'll take place technically next week because this tournament's on Saturday, right? So next one shouldn't be as bad because it's going to be all names that I believe we'll know.
Hopefully.
So, yeah. It should be easy peasy. So, Will, with that, I think it's time we move on to scrim and tournament recaps because we're going to combine the scrim recap in here. I'm just going to go through it quickly before Will gets to the tournament league recaps because we actually had a scrim, Will. Has it been over a year?
Probably.
It feels like it. But we actually had a scrim, at least one that I could find. So we had Ryanoop's team, which Will mentioned earlier, which was Ryanoop, Saiyan, Rain, and King Nick, going up against Sentinels, which was the old Tox roster. So Snakebite, Royal 2, APG, and Lethal. And let's just say that the results might surprise you. So, Game 1, Midship CTF. So this, for those who don't know, H2A, right? Halo 2 Anniversary. 343 made maps specifically tailored towards the Halo 2 Anniversary, like, re-release, okay? So, there were specific maps that were taken from Halo 2's pool and were given the same treatment as the campaign. And they were also given, like, some of those maps. Midship was not one of those maps. Therefore, this is a Forge variant within Halo 2 Anniversary, but it's not made by 343. But regardless, Game 1 was Midship CTF. 4-3 going to Ryanoob's team. Very close. Game 2 was Warlord King of the Hill. 150-65 going to Ryanoob's team. Game 3 was Lockout Team Slayer. 50-35 Ryanoob's team. Game 4 was Shrine CTF. 3-2 going to Ryanoob's team. Game 5 was Warlord Bomb. 3-2 going to Ryanoob's team. And Game 6 was Lockdown on Oddball and Lockdown. 164-146 Ryanoob's team. They're 6-0 at this point. Then things take a slight turn. Game 7 was Team Slayer on Shrine. 50-48 going to Sentinels. Game 8, CTF on Warlord. 5-4 going to Sentinels. Game 9 was Bomb on Shrine. 3-1 going to Sentinels. Game 10, King of the Hill on Lockdown. 124-116 going to Ryanoob's team. And then Game 11 was Team Slayer on Warlord. 50-43 going to Sentinels. Now, maybe asking yourself, damn, Sentinels kind of got their asses kicked a few times there. A lot of games were close, don't get me wrong, but series went easily in the favor of Ryanoob's team. Well, apparently, this is according to people in the Twitch chats that went into Snakebite's stream, if I'm not mistaken. Apparently, Royal 2 and Lethal just have not been playing that much. So, a little bit rusty there, still trying to get a feel for everything again, going back to H2A, and maybe they started picking things up towards the tail end of that series as we saw Sentinel start to pick things back up. Will, I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
I think I know what the answer is going to be, but I'm just going to ask anyway just for the sake of asking. Do you think Sentinels should be worried about the competition that's coming, or do you think that they're going to be back on top?
I'm really curious based off this. So all we have is the scrim. And I know that before, I believe Halo 5, they would play 11 game scrims.
Yep.
So is this Ryanoob's team saying, "Oh, we're 6-0, we've won the 11 games series, we're gonna relax," or is it Sentinels finally turning up?
I don't think so for the first part because they were all different game type map combos. Like they were trying to run through everything.
Right. That's exactly why they choose
11 games.
11 games.
Yep. So I don't think that they were thinking that they won the scrim by going 6-0.
Sure.
Yeah, I think because when I was listening to their comms and whatnot, they were clearly bringing it the whole time. So that's just my opinion.
No, I don't think Toxin has anything to be worried about. They just got to practice if they're going to play. That's what it's going to come down to.
I had a feeling I knew what the answer was going to be. I just wanted to ask anyway. Yeah, as we've learned, practice makes perfect. And if there's anything to be learned from that Tox roster, now Sentinels roster, is that they definitely put in the time. So as long as they put in the time leading up to this pro event, leading up to Infinite, so on and so forth, then I think they'll be just fine. And the other thing that I'm starting to think about is, actually, I think this is kind of a perfect little segue into this before you get to the tournament recaps, Will, is that, so we talked about last week how Bound will finally be more than likely competing in LAN events, right?
Yeah.
So this pro series, there's no LAN or anything like that, but they did announce that this was going into Infinite as well. So that would mean that he would more than likely be competing in LAN events. So the thing that I'm really excited for, like we've talked about it many, many episodes ago, how I love the veteran players, right? That's the thing that I love how I still see fucking old players that are coming back, still competing at the top level. I think it's great. Something I'm really enjoying and looking forward to within Infinite is seeing all these new people come into the fold, really start making a name for themselves. Bound, who never really competed on LAN, has been unbelievably good during these online events that keep happening in the community. I'm excited to see what he's able to do, regardless of his negativity on Twitter regards to 343 and whatnot, but that's besides the point. His skill's undeniable, right? And I'm excited to see all these other up-and-comers that, whether they come from AMs or whether they're just spotted in a scrim or something, or just spotted in an online play like back in the old days, where this kid would be in matchmaking and his name would start coming up more and more, and then eventually somebody gives them a shot and they make a real name for themselves. I'm excited for that to take place with a brand new game, a brand new esports scene. Now, we can get into whether or not we think Halo Infinite will bring Halo esports back on top. I don't think it's ever going to be on top again. Like, I think we're past that. And to be honest, I think people who think that it's going to be on top again are naive. But again, that can be a discussion for another day. Regardless, with what we have, with where things can go, every time we talk about these community tournaments, there's so many names that continually pop up, and I'm excited for them to hopefully finally get their chance. So, with that, Will, what do we got for the tournament league recaps of the week?
Yeah. We'll start off with the EU Halo League Halo 5 2v2. In 7th through 8th place, we had Team BDE, which was Legend and Plumbus, and then Team Kratos, which was Chronoser and Exerios. Exerthros. I don't know. 5th through 6th was No Name, which was Senga and Guasis. And then Team Beetlenut, which was Joey Hour and or it could be Joe Yor. However you want to look at it.
It could be.
And Ditmus as well. 4th went to Team Final Boss, not the Final Boss you're thinking of. This is Lundy and Hollers. And 3rd place went to Wily Gunslingers, Monstery and Sticka. And 2nd place went to Team SS, Shady and SLG. And taking home 1st place is Team Legionite, which was Precisionite and Legend.
So there were 2 legends that competed in that event. Both were
Yeah.
different legends. So that's why I included the 2 spellings, because usually I would just say legend.
Yeah.
But yeah, since it was 2 different legends, I put the actual spellings of the names.
All right. And then the only other piece of tournament or league recaps, I guess this one's a tournament, was Wesenthal's 3v3 Halo 5 Snipers tourney. 7th through 8th. First team included Crystal, MC Killer 27, and Candid GG. The other team placing 7th through 8th was Kakashi, LT, with a bunch of O's and X's that I don't want to, and Nap Times.
It's okay. You don't need to say the O's and the X's.
It brings me back to like middle school.
Yep.
Freaking like MySpace with the names with all the, yeah.
And guess what? They kept them.
Yeah. That
Change them.
5th through 6th, we had first team was Shinny Plays, Veronica, and Mio is Sergi. And then team Sabretooth, is it Melinx and Smoke Ya Dig?
Sounds good to me.
And 4th place went to Fireboy, Apollo 9, and Anthony. 3rd place, Beastnare, Jakey, Avlo, and Barbie Boy. 2nd place went to Infest, Requiem, and Sucka. 1st place was then Young Guns, Gold Star BR, and Reed Harvin 07.
Perfect.
And that's all I got for tournament and league recaps.
Thank you, Will. A little bit easier of names to get through there.
Yeah, it was a
Thankfully.
much shorter list than last week, too.
It was. Oh, my God.
It was a lot last week.
Last week's was like Roster Mania for this week. That's what that was. They just never ended. Which, in all honesty, is a good thing. It's what we want to see in the first place. Okay. Will, you ready?
Yeah.
It's time for our topic. And it's time for the return of the Reflection Corner. And Will, I might just try to find you a wind chime soundbite, just so like we don't have to talk about it anymore. It's just there. We'll see. We'll see. People want it, apparently.
No. Yeah.
Will's just gonna shoot that shit down? No.
We could remove this soundbite on the board because we don't use it anymore.
But we're using it today.
The drum roll?
Oh, not the drum roll.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought. Never mind. It's the one next to it. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Cool. So we'll get the wind chimes in there because you're right. We don't do the drum roll very often, if at all, anymore. So the reflection corner. Halo 2 PC, MCC. What?
I had not seen this.
Oh, yeah. It's bad. So Halo 2 PC released on MCC PC, obviously. And then I put like the buzzwords forever broken because that's what it feels like. It feels like MCC's forever in a somewhat broken state. So let's talk about it. Halo 2 MCC released on PC last week, right? And not within 24 hours, there were some big things discovered. Now, to the non-detriment of 343, these things did not happen in the flight. So they thought everything was good to go. These things happened after the flight had released. And again, the flight is a much previous build, right? So Halo 2 and MCC update. This is a support article on HaloWaypoint.com. So I'm going to read through it, the whole thing, because this explains what happened over like a 3-day period from the time it released to basically now, right? So here we go. May 13th update. Because the game released on the 12th later in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. So less than 24 hours. It's been almost 24 hours since the Halo 2 PC launch and MCC update, and it's been a very busy time to say the least. Many of you have been playing, tweeting, posting threads, filling support tickets, and letting us know how things are going. As you know, there were multiple known issues present going into release, but unfortunately, several new ones have come to light since last night. Currently, the team is prioritizing work on 2 key problems the community has reported. Erratic projectiles in Halo 2 multiplayer that have a tendency to inexplicably betray teammates and degrading performance and experience with Halo 3 on Xbox One. We know it's frustrating to encounter bugs, and it's equally frustrating to not know what's happening to address the problem or if anything is even happening. Unfortunately, there is no instant fix for these problems, and both are actively being worked on. But we wanted to walk you through the timeline and status of the Halo 2 bug in particular to provide more transparency into what's transpired since launch. If you're not aware or haven't experienced this yet, the Halo 2 issue involves weapon projectiles and grenades not going where they're supposed to. In many clips, a player can be seen throwing a grenade or firing a rocket only to have it disappear and then mysteriously betray a teammate elsewhere on the map.
Oh.
So I'm not kidding when I say this. This isn't in the article. This is me talking. I'm not kidding when I say this. There are literal clips where you'll have rockets. They'll shoot and it'll immediately disappear. And the next thing you see is you betrayed so-and-so. And your teammate wasn't anywhere near you. I'm talking about halfway across the map. Just nowhere near you, okay? There are also issues where people, I've seen clips where people would be throwing a plasma nade just on the ground, okay? Or maybe even a shotgun or something. But either way, it would kill enemy players. They weren't anywhere near you, but it would say you killed them. And it's just from throwing a grenade on the ground.
What the hell?
That's it. Yep. Oh, and then the Halo 3 thing? Oh, that's funny too. So this MCC patch that released wasn't just for Halo 2 and Halo 2 Anniversary, right? It was all encompassing. For Halo 3 specifically, I've seen clips of games being played where vehicles have no drivers.
Yeah.
And they're just going.
They're
just going.
Yep.
No drivers. Just ghost riding over that bitch. And I'm like, what happens? So let's get into it. Here's a closer look at what's been happening over the last 24 hours. This is back in the article. This is, again, less than 24 hours after the release of Halo 2 coming to MCC on PC. 8 p.m. to 9:59 p.m. We were on the phone with Steam and buttons were pressed at 7:58 to ensure the game was available at 8. Over the next several hours, we saw players installing, booting up, playing, and streaming the game. We saw small issues that we triaged in our war room, a virtual Teams call with members of various teams across the studio, and were able to assess and mitigate a few minor things very quickly. 10 p.m. to first contact. At approximately 10 p.m., it was brought to our attention that a clip had been made where Legion shot a series of rockets and that they were betraying his teammates on the other side of the map. It happened a few times, and he ended up getting booted from the match because of this. This was flagged in the war room to the entire group of folks around 10:06 as a potential issue to be aware of as we continue to look across social and monitor streams. A potential issue.
Just potential.
11 p.m. to 1:59 a.m. By about 11, we had compiled roughly 10-plus clips of players who had experienced this issue on streams, created threads, and it was clear this was a real issue that was not present during fighting for Halo 2 just a few weeks back. Something had changed and not for the good. We ended up putting out a tweet from Halo Support at Halo Support, and it was added to our known issues to let players know that we were aware and investigating. QA, community, engineering, and production were syncing together for a while to discuss, dissect, and come up with ideas of what could be causing this issue. Around 12:30 a.m., folks were in-game starting to work on reproducing the issue on PC while others jumped on a console. A group of us got together and were able to get into a match and find a reliable reproduction for this issue. 2 a.m. to 9:59 a.m. Early in the morning, production had put together a detailed email to our development partners at Saber outlining the reproduction steps, a series of clips, and the area we believe the issue may have arisen from so they could begin investigation on their side. Saber was able to reproduce on their side, enter a bug, and then reached out and talked to our teams through a potential fix. A new test build was created and sent over to 343 for our test teams to dig in and investigate the results. 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Teams have been continuing investigations and working through the issue itself along with other bugs that the community has been raising. Unfortunately, the initial fix we were validating did not resolve the issue in Halo 2, so our joint teams will continue investigating a fix. Additionally, a few of their other priorities also include investigating graphical and behavioral oddities in Halo 3 multiplayer matchmaking on Xbox One, as well as some reports surrounding key binding on PC. As a reminder, if there are any issues you're encountering at any time, including Halo 3 or key binding, please be sure to submit a ticket here at the Halo Support site. So what comes next? Right now, we are still working towards a fix for the Halo 2 projectile issue. In addition, work continues in parallel, validating fixes for other issues. Some of the known issues were already worked on at launch, etc. Once the team feels good about the fixes for a handful of these key issues, we will need to spend adequate time internally and with our partners testing and verifying that the issues are truly resolved and there are no regressions elsewhere in the title. Once we get to that point, we'll have a better sense of timing to release a hotfix. Please know that our teams are working as quickly as they can to address issues and areas of feedback. The reality is that no two issues are the same. Some end up being quick and easy fixes, while others are more tangled and complex, requiring lengthier testing and more substantial release management dependencies. And of course, all this comes at a time where our teams and development partners are scattered and working from home, without our standard resources and facilities, doing their best to navigate a new development and production reality. Thank you for your continued support and continuing to report issues as you encounter them. And then obviously report further issues to the Halo Support site. The May 14th update. Yesterday's efforts and continued into today, and the team working late last night into the wee hours of the morning, some up until 4 a.m., poring over code changes and investigating the root causes of some of these issues. So, the Halo 2 projectile bug update. In the case of the Halo 2 projectile bug, being able to isolate unique scenarios is critical to help isolate what and where this issue is present. For example, are the conditions around this issue tied to unique surfaces, trajectory vectors, weapons, maps, which players are in a game, etc.? And what additional unique scenarios can be directly linked to or ruled out as a contributing factor? Helping reduce the requirements to reproduce it helped engineers locate some portion of the code in an interpolated fix that was implemented. It was discovered in the code a portion of this was meant for reading and writing to a local user's interpolation state. However, it did not have bounds checking in place, so we didn't handle the no local user case. This then caused an unwanted byproduct of writing in memory when it wasn't supposed to. The additional insights discovered during these investigations were passed along to our partners at Saber, who then worked on another potential resolution. This new fix attempt was built and passed back to our team for test to review today. Our test team is currently reviewing and digging into the latest build, and we're continuing to test the build to ensure it does not adversely impact other areas of the title. In great news, we have found the fix for this issue, which has been signed off by the tests in production. It'll be in a build update coming soon. The Halo 3 bug update. On the Halo 3 bugs front, our internal engineers and test team are still looking through all the various scenarios where these issues are present. We were able to reproduce this issue in custom games environments, so additional investigation and debug environments to acquire logging around the host player was needed. After a meeting this morning at 11 a.m., the test team began transferring gigs of data across teams to get set up and prepped for testing. While this was transferring, a test to gather more information was unfortunately not valuable and ended up being a failure. However, this was done while transferring builds to help optimize time spent. Once the new build preparation was completed, the test team then dug further into games and reproduced the issue several times and was able to produce the logs to pass over to engineering for a full analysis. The work is still in progress at this time, along with the exploring several theories of what may be the root cause or causes for the issue at hand. So what's next? As we learn more and progress is made, we'll continue to keep the community updated around these various issues. And then, the May 15th update. Continuing from yesterday, team members have been knee-deep in code, testing legacy behaviors, previous content updates, and isolating areas of change that we believe will help uncover certain bugs. The test team is verifying a potential fix for the Halo 2 bug, and our engineers are actively investigating the Halo 3 issue. During our Halo 2 investigations, we uncovered another odd legacy bug dating back to Halo 2's original release, and have logged it for further investigation. So, for the Halo 2 projectile bug update. Our test teams are continuing to verify the potential fix with our partner studios. We believe this issue is fixed internally, but will likely push to resolve additional issues, like the Halo 3 bug below, prior to releasing a full hotfix publicly. Once we have these issues resolved, we'll let you know when to expect the update. And then the Halo 3 bug update. On the Halo 3 front, investigations are continuing with multiple engineers working together to resolve the issue. The team has made a handful of fixes that we believe may solve many of the issues we have seen and check the code changes in. A build will be kicked off shortly and test teams will be online tomorrow verifying the changes across Halo 3. Though we believe we are making good headway, we still need to verify if these resolve the issues at hand. We will learn more from tomorrow's tests. We'll share that information with you here. So what's next? As our investigation continues, we'll continue to keep the community updated around these various issues. There you go. And then Sketch provided a small update on Twitter. And I quote, "We understand some players are encountering issues and oddities with MCC on Xbox or PC following last night's update. We are monitoring and tracking as we can and getting this info to the right folks for further investigation. Please check the known issues first, and if your issue isn't covered, please submit a ticket so we can get more details and help the team investigate. We don't want anyone having a bad experience or encountering problems, but some of the things we are hearing are hard to pin down and will take some time. Yelling at or insulting members of our team isn't going to help. People work hard under extra challenging circumstances. To deliver the best experience they can, and they are committed to continue working to deliver the best experience they can, and they are committed to continuing to work to resolve issues that arise. Thank you for the support and to those who are providing helpful details and issue reports. And everyone who's enjoying the game and not having issues, good luck, have fun."
Emphasis on the luck.
Absolutely. So, Will.
Yep.
It released. These aren't the only issues that have been reported. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Other issues, and I haven't included these here, but other issues include like shots literally just not registering.
Yep.
And I imagine you've seen clips.
I've been watching Spartan stream.
Yep.
And some funky stuff's been going on with him too.
Yep. So shots are just completely not registering, and in what's going to be again another competitive shooter, that's not fucking nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of the things that was in this patch notes that Silos was really excited for was that
the H1 pistol update.
Yes, apparently they had fixed the Halo 1 pistol. And according to Silos, apparently they have not. So apparently that's still an issue that's out there, which is very unfortunate. So I just want to preface something here. I said that we'd talk about it if it was shit. We'd talk about it if it was good. The one thing I don't want to see, and I'm not going to say, is that I don't want to see people, again, like Sketch said, berating the developers on this, right? because it's not 100% their fault. As is mentioned in the article and in Sketch's update, and for other game developers around the world, they know not every issue is the same, right? One thing can be fixed, which can ultimately break something else. There are multiple different code bases built into MCC, right? And I know I'm going to say something, and I don't mean it to be an absolute detriment, but it seems like they're just all fucking stitched and patched together, right? That's what it feels like. But realistically, there's so much work that needs to be done behind the scenes that if they change a weapon projectile spread, right, or they tune down a damage modifier in one game, it could completely break something in a different one. It's just, it's the way that these things work, and it's very unfortunate, but it's the world we live in. The other thing I'm going to say is I really don't want to hear anything like anybody bad-mouthing the devs or anything like that because of the situation that they are currently in with everybody basically having to work from home due to COVID-19, right? Nobody planned for this to happen. And I truly do believe that Microsoft has a hand in saying, hey, here's the deadline. I know you guys said that it'll be done when it's done. It'll be ready when it's ready, and we'll send it then. But no, you will have all these out before Infinite's release.
Yeah.
And therefore, here are the deadlines that you need to meet for each game. Go.
I had a feeling that once we saw Reach come out the way it did, that it was being pushed. Just basically, Microsoft has to look at, they're having these products come out that could potentially harm the amount of copies purchased for Infinite. If someone else, if they're still, I'm going to wait for Halo 3 on PC because I don't know, someone's just so in love with Halo 3 that they don't even want to try the new Halo.
Absolutely.
For some reason or other.
Yep.
So I'm sure they're pushing those products out before Infinite.
Yep. I agree. It's exactly what they're more than likely doing, right? We cannot say with absolute certainty, but that's exactly what this feels like.
Yeah, for sure.
Now they did come out and they did say that they will all be released in 2020. So holding them to that, taking into consideration what Microsoft is more than likely doing because they are a business and they want to make money. And you're right, they don't want to detract from the potential sales of Infinite. They don't want to detract from the potential sales of the Xbox Series X. It's their box, right? We talk about it all the time. They want to sell their box. And having a killer AAA title that box is known for, that brand is known for, to release on the same day, which it more than likely will. It's duh. Barring any potential delays, which I don't think that there will. Honest to God, especially with the pandemic that's going on. Like, you may think that I may want to flip this and be like, due to the pandemic, you would imagine that there'd be delays. But I think because of the pandemic, you don't want them. Now, because if they're slating that this console, no matter what, is coming out in the holiday of this year, absolutely 100%, I don't think they can afford to they can, they're Microsoft, but I don't think they want to have to afford having a situation where they have a console that comes out with 2 or 3 launch titles that aren't AAA. These are what you expect this console to do, right? We've had that happen before, and sales have suffered because of that. I'm not talking about Xbox specifically. I'm talking about other console makers in general.
Sure. That's
happened before, and sales have been a detriment due to that. So I think you have to have... I do truly believe that Infinite will be released a launch title with the Series X. And you're right. They probably don't want that to detract. They don't want MCC releasing on PC to detract from potential sales of that. So bringing it all back, I don't want to see any hate towards the developers because they don't deserve it. I mean,
they're putting games that were never meant for PC onto PC. All that code was based for the consoles.
Yep.
And it's got to be a difficult task to get those switched over.
Right. Now, at the same time, Halo 1 and Halo 2 had previously been on PC. Now, different developers were working on them. I believe Gearbox was working on Halo 1. Excuse me. And then I don't know if it was Bungie proper that did Halo 2 Vista. I'm not entirely certain, and I don't want to put any false information out there. I could just look that up. But either way, they had been on PC before, and I've heard that Halo 1's release on PC, the MCC version on PC, is a port of the PC version from Gearbox, which is a port of the Xbox version. Like, that's what I've heard.
Okay.
And then Halo 3, which is coming, has never officially been on PC before. Like, you've had El Dorito, and which is fantastic. We've talked about that previously, but Halo 3 proper has never, I know, it's rest in peace, El Dorito, but it's never been on PC proper, right?
Yeah.
Halo 4 has never been on PC proper. Halo 3 ODST has never been on PC proper. Halo Reach has never been on PC proper. So you're right. There's a shit ton of work that needs to be done. And if our assumptions are correct, where Microsoft is trying to fucking push them, right, towards this release date that needs to happen,
Sure.
right, in order to hit deadlines, then I was going to say we should really start to subvert expectations, but that would assume that our expectations are that these games are going to ship in fully functioning states. When realistically, my expectation is now that there's going to be issues.
Yeah.
And you just need to realize and come to that realization. Now, I don't like this. Don't think that I'm saying this because I want this to happen. No. I'm saying this because I've come to the realization that, and the expectation of, because of deadlines that need to be made and all these different code bases that are being worked on and brought into one fucking ecosystem again, there's going to be problems. And based off of what 343 have been saying here, these issues have come as a result of the game releasing, not because of what they found in the flight. They haven't found these before.
Mm-hmm.
These are brand new, right? So I'm not going to fault them for that. You can't account for every fucking thing to take place and to be fixed. You just can't. That's not the way game development works, basically. You're always going to have something. Nothing's going to ship perfectly. It's just them taking the time, taking the input from the community, and helping to fix what's broken. And based off what I'm reading here, that's exactly what they're doing. And based off what I've read here, based off those timestamp updates, they've been working basically around the clock. And there's one thing that I can empathize with and sympathize with in terms of game developers is them having to work around the clock, crunch, whatever it may be. Like, people in general need to be more thankful to developers period. With the amount of shit that they have to put up with, whether it comes from the publisher, whether it comes from the bigger company ahead, right? They don't get thanked nearly enough. So 343, I'm just going to say this. And this isn't meant to be like a fucking ass-kissing thing. Okay? It's just not. Thank you for everything that you guys do. Your guys' work is greatly appreciated. Seriously, it is. And to all the people out there that are bitching and moaning, if you have an issue and you've experienced that issue, submit a ticket. And don't complain if, this didn't get fixed yet. What the fuck's going on? I submitted a ticket like I was supposed. Fuck off. I'm done. I'm done listening to that. But Will, I have a question for you.
Okay.
What does this mean for the MCC Pro Series?
Sure. It's going to be tough.
So I looked into it a little bit further. Mouse and keyboard and controller are allowed.
Yep.
I wanted to make sure. I looked at the rules. I went to the Faceit website. It's allowed. I've seen so much talk online about aim assist being terrible. As in, like, being a huge advantage.
Yeah.
For controller players, right? What do you think? What does this mean for the MCC Pro Series? Are they going to get this fixed out in time?
Who knows? With all that different coding, everything they have to work through, I can't say if they're going to do it or not. From a competitive standpoint, if they have to roll with the build they have, and now granted, from what I've seen, a lot of these issues have not been replicated in custom games. So I saw a little note on that today.
Okay.
So it's interesting if they can get the custom games to be functional and not broken, and you're not killing your teammates with projectiles, then sure, go for it. But if it's 49-49 and someone picks up rockets and all of a sudden it's 48-49, there's going to be an issue.
Oh my God. Now, I believe that was just classic.
Sure.
I think it was just classic.
So then are we going to play a competitive, if it's all H2A?
Right now, yes.
They have 3 maps, I believe.
I mean, if they use the
hardcore ones.
Right. If they use the midship forge map, then what? They have 4? Realistically?
Yeah, it's going to be, but besides the point, in a highly competitive setting, you can't have these bugs popping up.
Agreed.
I don't know if they need to postpone, push back, do like a double header weekend to make up if it's not
the amateurs and then the pros.
Yeah, if it's not made up this weekend.
Sure.
Something's got to happen. I don't know
I
what.
agree.
But we know they're working on it tirelessly and nonstop, and it's going to come when it comes. And like you said, it sucks that none of these issues were replicated in the build, in the flight. I get that you can't predict these things, but it's so unfortunate for a game that everyone was so excited about MCC on PC.
Yeah.
And it's just been kind of letdown after letdown with the releases, because that's when you gain your hype for your game, is release day.
Yep.
Like, everyone's trying to log in, everyone's trying to play, and if it's broken, look at Anthem. Anthem was hang on though. Anthem was like so hyped up. Everyone was so excited about it.
I was so excited.
It was such a great idea.
It was.
And it just it was broken on release day.
Yep.
Things just didn't go right, and
there was no content.
The
loot was shit. The game was broken on release.
Do you remember how many times we just randomly got kicked?
Yep.
It was bad. It was
terrible.
And the game had so much potential.
It looked unbelievably good. The flight was fucking cool.
It just fell apart. So like your headway comes on those early releases, and I feel like when Reach came out.
Yeah.
And it was put in the spotlight with the Twitch rivals.
Oh God.
And it got kind of shit on by the content creators, right? Like,
oh yeah, Summit was screaming because of the aim assist.
Yeah, I don't remember. There's a couple other ones, but they just didn't play it after that.
Nope.
And they talked badly about it, and it just for me that hurts Halo so much, because that's the bigger audience getting a look at it, and they're having the perception of, oh, Halo just doesn't work. So it's just so unfortunate that this keeps happening, that we can't have a good Halo right off the bat, and it has to be fixed in post. But like they said, they couldn't have predicted this. They knew nothing until it was released and they saw the clips coming out. So I just wish we'd have like a really strong release to bring people back in, get people excited about it, because in those content creators' channels, like, people are like, oh, is this out? Is this on PC? Like, they were excited about it until they found out about the issues. So,
agreed.
We'll have to wait and see what happens.
We'll have to wait and see. So here's my question.
Hoaxer in chat. Is that a hoaxer? Is that what it says?
Yo! Holy shit, that is Hoaxer. What the fuck?
Welcome to the stream, man.
Oh, we dropped a lot of frames too. Did you see
no.
that shit? Yeah. Oh, indeed. But no, that is fucking Hoaxer. Holy hot damn, dude. Hashtag just a coach. Just kidding. You're not just a coach.
But yeah, Anthem had such a great concept and potential. It's so sad to see that it fell apart.
It really did. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate. And they actually released a community update in terms of what their plan is for Anthem. Did you read any of that?
I did not.
Their plan is to basically do a reboot.
Really?
Yeah, and like have the base of what they had, which is the fantastic flight, the beautiful world that they had, and basically kind of start over. They have a core team that's working on it. It's a small team, but they have a core team that's working on it. They're going to be taking in community feedback, so on and so forth. So And I'm genuinely excited because it's something it's a game that I had a lot of hope for when it released. It's a game that I talked to you constantly about and how I thought it was going to be fucking amazing. And then I got burned to hell with that video game. But no, seriously, I'm very excited for what they hopefully are able to do. BioWare just has not been having a good time. Man, they just have not been having a good time. It basically all started with Dragon Age Inquisition turned out to be a pretty damn good video game, but there was a lot of controversy around that. Mass Effect Andromeda. Yep. And then Anthem, it's like, God, you just can't catch a fucking break. It's like what 343 is dealing with right now with releasing all these titles on MCC on PC. They just can't catch a fucking break. It's terrible. Also, Hoaxer, thank you for the follow. Welcome. So yeah. The other thing I want to say, I want to quickly talk about the whole aim assist thing. Okay. We talked about it so often, it's beaten to death at this point. But you see it crop up every fucking day.
Every time.
I don't know. Does anything need to be done? Okay. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Go ahead.
So these games were meant and designed to play on a console, right? I see both arguments where if you're releasing them on PC, they should have 100% PC-centric features. I agree with that. On the my other part of my fucking brain thinks that you're going to have aim assist on a controller anyway. Halo was basically built around it. I mean, not built around it, but it had it always, right? Okay, not always. I'm fucking mincing up my words here, but I'm just stuck. I'm stuck.
Here's my point of view.
Go for it.
You're releasing MCC on PC for PC players.
Yes.
Don't have controller support.
Oh, at all?
No, mouse and keyboard.
Whoa!
You're if you're trying to release to a PC audience, just don't allow controller. Leave the controller on the box, and there you go.
That might be the biggest hot take of hot takes I've ever heard. Completely disregard controller players.
Why not?
Wow.
I mean, if you're yes, it's gonna be a more beautiful game, but if you're releasing them on PC for a PC audience, you take out the controller support, and all of a sudden, people are enjoying it because it's even field on the PC, just like it is on console for a competitive game. That's like giving Valorant a controller support and aim assist right now. You're gonna piss off the whole PC community.
But in Valorant's defense, that's only designed for PC. Like that, they've even said they have no plans on bringing it to console like at this time.
Right.
But
right.
That is it's fully PC competitive shooter through.
Right.
And through.
But look at Halo 2. It's all about reticle placement, hit registration,
and button combos.
How
you can do button combos on a mouse and keyboard?
Well, then why bring it to PC? Huh? Why?
You can fucking macros or some shit.
I don't know. But why not just appeal to the PC audience? Because you're losing the PC audience by allowing the controller players to dominate.
Can I meet you in the middle?
Okay.
And this is what other people have been saying too. Can we have like separate hoppers? Like controller players get matched up against controller players, mouse and keyboard players get matched up against mouse and keyboard players.
But if we're in the same queue, like me and you, if you're on controller, I'm on a MKB.
Then everything's thrown out the window and you get matched up against whoever.
Is there enough population to support?
No, there's not. That's the problem, right? Like there's not.
Let's see.
Beth says, I agree. I've been kind of thinking about that a lot. Would probably mean competitive would stay on Xbox, but I'm pretty cool with that, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it's going to stay on Xbox anyway.
So people have been asking that question as well. What have we continually talked about, Will? Microsoft likes their box.
We're coming back to this. All right.
They're going to want to sell their fucking box. And, I mean, realistically speaking, I imagine that now, okay, I'm assuming again. Okay, you know what happens when you assume things. So I'm going to assume, because Halo 5 did not have it at launch, I'm going to assume that they learned from their mistake and Infinite will have true LAN support on release. In which case, if Halo Infinite has true LAN support on release, then I imagine that they will do Xbox Series X's. They'll have them connected via Ethernet, and that's that. Because they love their boxes.
They do.
And I think it's also a more controlled environment, because no matter what if you're playing competitively on PC, then everybody's going to have nearly the same settings, or they're going to have the same settings, but hardware differentiations between the PCs, so on and so forth. So I think that they will have, I think competitive will be on the Xbox Series X, because it's just a much more controlled environment in general. And I imagine that Astro is going to be the one of the sponsors for the headsets and the mix amps, so on and so forth, so they can show off their new stuff. And that's just what I think. Now, I don't want them to not have controller support on PC though, because I'm a fucking scrub lord and I only play on controller basically. So, I mean, would I have to learn? Yeah, I'd learn. It'd be fine, but it just feel more comfy if I had a controller in my hand.
Sure.
Or just then remove aim assist for the controllers.
Or just try to reduce it. But they keep saying that they can't.
Yeah. Again, it could
Why
be one of
can't
those
you?
things where you break it all.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be the argument, right? Is that it would brick everything else. It's just, I wonder what would go into, because I don't know. I wonder what would go into making that tune, right? Tuning that setting ever so slightly. And then Hoaxer, I'll go back to your first comment. You said you're a huge Mass Effect fan. I am as well in the 1, 2, and 3 sense. Andromeda left a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth. I thought the world of Andromeda was gorgeous. And I thought like the customizations you can make to making your custom weapons and so on and so forth. I thought that was a really fucking cool concept in that video game.
Yeah.
It's just, I didn't like the story at all. It never hooked me, but like, I like the exploration of the planets. I thought that game had potential too. Those BioWare releases had a lot of potential, and then whatever. And then Hoaxer says, I agree with this, better integrity of the game. It's hard. It's hard. I don't want them to take away my controller support. That's all. I just don't want them to do it.
Yeah.
But
I'm pretty sure competitive is going to be on the box.
Yeah.
And that just keeps everything even.
The X box.
The Xbox Series X
Box.
You just keep this in a loop.
Yep. I mean, that was the joke, right?
Oh.
They released the Xbox One, and then the Xbox One S, and then the Xbox One X, and then you have an Xbox One X box for the Xbox One X, right? Just that whole fucking thing, right? It's the same thing. And then Hoaxer says, we don't talk about Andromeda. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. Not my cup of tea either. Okay. Huh. You should submit a Halo support ticket for removing controller support from MCC on PC.
Yeah, that'll go over well.
Be like, hey, do you guys have like a community hub where we could post like feature requests?
Just
You guys can we post feature requests? Can we have a feature to remove a feature? Can we do that?
Yeah. Oh my.
God damn. No, I'm genuinely curious if anybody, and I mean anyone, is going to play in this Pro Series, this MCC Pro Series, I'm wondering if anybody is going to play on mouse and keyboard.
Why would you if it's such a disadvantage?
Agreed. And now, was it DreamHack Anaheim that was the Halo 3 on MCC PC? Wait, no. Halo,
Reach.
It was Reach. I'm an idiot. It was Reach, right? Was there like one or two people that play it on mouse and keyboard?
One or two, yep.
Yeah. So I wonder, I mean, if what people have been saying is true, where it feels as though the aim assist on H2A is even more so than previous releases.
Mm-hmm.
If that's true, then, oh man, good luck. Good luck to anybody that's trying that shit out. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Shall we move on, Will?
Yeah.
Let's go to the regular news. So, we have the community update by
Unisheck.
Thank you, Will.
You're welcome.
I know you were like doing so many things at once. I'm like, I'm going to try to stall this for a second. So, the community update, HaloWaypoint.com. The couple things I want to talk about. Halo 5 Guardians. So, we're going to talk about the calendar here. So, for May 7th, Snipers rotates into Ranked over Hardcore Super Fiesta. Thank God that shit's gone. And then Roaming King rotates in for CE Anniversary. So those are already in there. There you go. May 14th, Griffball rotates in for Roaming King. Again, already in there. And Warzone Assault goes live for the weekend. So that'll end today. May 21st, Action Sack rotates in for Griffball. And then May 28th, Halo 2 BR Slayer rotates in for Action Sack. And then Warzone Turbo goes live for that weekend. And then in June 4th, the Summer 2020 Arena season begins. Free For All rotates into Ranked for June. Castle Wars rotates in for Halo 2 BR Slayer. I know Vito's really looking forward to Free For All coming back. June 11th, Triple Team rotates in for Castle Wars and Warzone Assault goes live for the weekend. On June 18th, Core Play rotates in for Triple Team. And then on June 25th, Forerunner Slayer rotates in for Core Play and Warzone Turbo goes live for the weekend. And then for Halo Infinite. This isn't really a fucking tease. I don't even know why they included this in there. Maybe just because it wasn't absolutely confirmed, but I mean, it was. So regardless, you may have seen people talking about this lightly before, but we're extremely excited to confirm that Halo Infinite will be one of the many first-party titles included in the Xbox 2020 event in July. I thought it was already confirmed. I thought they already said that it was.
I thought they had mentioned even like in a tweet, they're like, even Halo at the end of it.
Yes. They've said it multiple times.
So,
that's why I'm like, what the? Oh,
well,
okay.
Now we have the official word.
Jesus Christ. It's there.
Yeah.
So get excited. Just 2 months to go. And then Beth says, honestly, never even thought of using a controller on PC until they started talking about Halo coming to PC. In my mind, PC was only mouse and keyboard, and console was only controller. So not having robust controller support on PC has never seemed that crazy to me. God. I just don't want it gone. I play so many games on my PC with a fucking controller. I play so many.
Well, just not Halo, you know?
Sure. All right, that's fine.
I mean, it would stop the whole argument if it wasn't there.
It would. It's very true. It's very true. Remove a feature, done.
Yeah, people can't complain about.
I mean, people could complain about not having controller support. It's Halo. Halo's always had controller support. What the fuck? Then you'd have that. Do you want that? What's better in your mind? Just removing it completely and dealing with the backlash? Or here?
Because look, then you can say MCC on the Xbox works perfectly
right
fine
there for you
with a controller.
It's right there for you. Just go play that. You know what? You know what I have to say?
What?
Let's bring it back to Dan Matrick when the Xbox One was first unveiled. Let's bring it back to that. For those of you who want to play games offline, we have that device for you. It's called an Xbox 360. Go play that.
For those of you that want to play Halo with a controller,
go play it on the inferior platform. It's there for you. Have fun. In before, mouse and keyboard support's the only thing that's supported on Halo Infinite for the PC. Just wait. You just made that happen. Congratulations.
Yep, great.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, you know, with Infinite though,
Yeah.
they are building that from the ground up. They can choose what the freaking aim assist is on PC.
Yes. It's not tied to many different code bases within one hopper.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, we should be good. Should.
Emphasis on the should.
Big emphasis on the
Oh
should.
my God. All right, well, that's it for the regular news. And therefore, it's time for COD Games Watch. Whew.
How'd that feel?
Pretty good.
Good.
I got some different G Fuel flavors, by the way.
You did?
I did. I got a Battle Juice because I've never had their pineapple before.
Okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah. And then I also got their Dub Melon Mint.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's watermelon and mint.
That sounds weird.
Yup. It tastes like watermelon gum if it was minty. And it's not bad. Like, I'm surprised it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not amazing, but it's not it's okay. It's okay. I'll go on record. It's better than the pineapple.
Interesting.
Yep.
So I kind of get that because my e-cig juice is actually a mixed berry mint. Like it has that, like the cooling of a mint, but then you get the flavor of the mixed berry. So I can understand that.
There you go. So yeah, Dub Melon Mint.
Dub melon mint.
Give it a shot.
I really want to try the strawberry banana. I haven't had any of that yet.
That sounds like it could be good.
Paul, she says he does the milk mix with that.
Yeah. Make it like a little smoothie act.
Yeah.
Make it feel like a smoothie.
Yeah.
I can be down for that. All right. And then Beth says, I just got the new-ish tea flavor yesterday. So good. What is that flavor? What's it called, Beth?
Is it like ice? Is it just iced tea?
Let's fucking...
You're going to look it up right
I'm going to
now?
go off the rails for a second. We're going to go to G Fuel's website.
Hashtag not an ad.
Hashtag not an ad. In other words, hey, G Fuel, get at us. I'm just kidding. We'd have to reach out to you. So, Jesus Christ, can I fucking... Here we go.
Did we announce that K-Matify partnered with G Fuel?
I thought we did. Did we?
It would have been last week or the week before.
Yeah.
But he was doing marbles on stream.
Yeah.
And he would do like the winner of a race got a free tub.
Holy shit.
So I entered and I'm freaking it's coming down to the last freaking stretch and I'm in first place. I'm like, yeah, go. So before me, there's these little pylons that pop up, right? To try to block you. It launched someone's marble in the air from like 20th place all the way into the final fucking bucket. And I lost. And I came in second place. I was like, no! Lost my shit. I almost had a free tub of G Fuel coming.
Almost, but you didn't.
But I didn't. I got to respect the play, man. He freaking... I don't know. It was incredible. It was something I'd never seen it before.
Oh my
like,
God.
Missed like the last part of the freaking map just by getting launched in the air.
So the one that Beth had was Nemesis Tea, and it's from Resident Evil 3 Nemesis that released.
Gotcha.
The evil Umbrella Corporation has sent perhaps their most deadly, freakish, unrelenting creation after you, the Nemesis.
Did you see the comparisons of the Umbrella Corporation to the lab where people are conspiring that coronavirus was created?
Is it the same logo?
It's like freaking close. It's weird. It's really weird.
Well, in that case, with the hopes of covering up their vile, deadly secrets, how will you prevail and save humanity from certain extinction? Why, with the help of our G Fuel Nemesis tea flavor tubs, of course. A provoking combination of lemonade and iced tea, all rolled into our classic 40-serving tub, inspired by Capcom's survival horror game, Resident Evil 3. I bet that tastes awesome, Beth. I bet that tastes legit. I might have to order that shit. That sounds really good. Little Arnold Palmer. Ooh, that does look exactly the same, except a different color scheme.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Awesome.
It's great.
Caught another Games Watch. So, after action report. Atlanta phase remained constant amid unpredictable weekend. This is by James Matone of the CDL. If your only takeaway from the Florida Mutineers home series was that the Atlanta FaZe won the event, then you missed the point of the most interesting Call of Duty League weekend since we shifted to online play. This tournament was an expression of pure mayhem. Hey,
I was there.
3 of the 4 teams to reach the semifinals started the weekend at the bottom of the standings. That outcome alone was a situation nobody, not even me, predicted. Along the way, we got to see a lot. Atlanta ran the Euro gauntlet of the Paris Legion and London Royal Ravens, and those two favored squads failed to reach even the semifinals. 2 top 5 teams, the Florida Mutineers and the Minnesota Rocker, were knocked out in group play. Womp womp. Here are the standings. Atlanta FaZe in first with 170. Dallas Empire with 150 in second. Chicago Huntsman with 130 points in third. The Minnesota Rocker with 110 points in fourth. The Mutineers with 100 points in fifth. The Paris Legion with 60 points in sixth. And then a tie for 7th place, the London Royal Ravens and Opti Gaming LA with 50 points apiece. And then a tie for 9th, the New York Subliners and the Seattle Surge and the Toronto Ultra with 40. And in last place, the Los Angeles Gorillas with 20 points.
Oh, poor Gorillas.
Fuck aches.
He's no longer part of the team.
I thought he was just on the bench.
He's on the bench, but
yeah,
he's not playing.
I mean, no, but he's still, there.
And this is a good point to look at the point standings because everyone has played in 5 series. So.
Yes. Good shit. So First Blood, arguably the least surprising underdog story came from the New York Subliners, who were on an upward trajectory ever since signing and starting Rookie of the Year candidate Mackenzie Mac Kelly. After losing their first round match to the Toronto Ultra, they were the team who swept the Mutineers and Rocker. Elsewhere in Group A, the Toronto Ultra, a team that hasn't reached a semifinal this year, followed up their victory against the Subliners to defeat the Rocker 3-1, which ultimately set up Minnesota for their 3-0 loss to New York in Group A qualifier. We were not playing very well.
No.
Meanwhile, in Group B, Opti Gaming LA looked at an entirely different team, thanks to Martin Chino and the whole squad making much-needed role and strategy changes. Although they fell 3-2 to the Royal Ravens in the first round, they then found their footing, sweeping both the Legion and Royal Ravens for a semifinal spot. Bullet points. Florida and Minnesota can afford losses. With each team already at 100 CDL points entering the weekend, both squads didn't drop much in the standings after their lackluster performances. However, that safety net is slowly breaking as we get closer to the playoffs. And then London Bridge is falling down. One squad nearly leaped over the Royal Ravens in points, and 2 are approaching their mid-table placement. They need to perform well at the Seattle home series if they want to be in a comfortable position for the postseason. And then combat record. 60, the number of combined CDL points that the Subliners, Ultra, and Optic Gaming had entering the Florida home series. And then 70, the number of combined CDL points that the Subliners, Ultra, and Optic Gaming earned that weekend. That's awesome.
Pretty good.
That is awesome. Finally, the competition looks like it is coming in strong. Well, that's it for COD and Other Games Watch, which means it's time for Will's Adventures Within the Overs. Other games too, and mainly other games too. Will, what'd you play this week?
All right.
What the fuck?
Madden?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played some Madden. Man.
Okay.
So I had my franchise QB. I had just won 2 Super Bowls in my second and third year with the Broncos. I'm like, you know what? I don't want to be on the Broncos anymore. I demanded a release. So then...
Who the fuck did you get signed by?
So the Bengals offered me a contract. I'm like...
Wait, hold on. Before you even continue. So are you the only different player on the team? Like, if you're playing with the Broncos, is it the actual Broncos roster?
Yes. So
fuck the Bengals, basically.
Yeah, so I didn't sign with the Bengals. So I had done my research, and Kirk Cousins had left the Vikings, and they were left with like a 70 overall like backup quarterback, and that were the only team that needed a quarterback. So I'm like, sign me to the Vikings. I had built myself up to like a 95 overall quarterback in the
Jesus.
So yeah, I was doing well, and so I was like, all right, I'm gonna hold out. I don't want to sign with the Bengals. Advance to the next day. Only got the contract from the Bengals. Advance to the next day. No one else picked me up. I didn't sign with the Bengals, so it's like you're forced to retire. No one signed you, so I have to restart my whole franchise.
Oh no!
So yeah. So yeah, great.
Maybe you should have stuck with the Broncos.
Maybe.
You were on top.
I was.
Who leaves when they're on top?
I've left after my 3rd year and 2 Super Bowl wins.
You're like Michael Jordan.
There you go.
Oh my God.
And you can't come back out of retirement. So that character is
Oh,
literally
that sucks even worse.
that character is done. Like I have to restart. But hey, I found out that most people do go to the Broncos after playing franchise. It's like the team you end up on for some reason.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It sucks you didn't get picked up by the Vikings.
No, I was hoping, but I was tired of playing for the Broncos. I mean, I had a good team around me. I had like a star wide receiver, and
Broncos are not a bad team.
Philip Lindsay kept getting hurt every year,
Oh,
so that kind of sucked. But
it's okay.
I don't know. I just wanted something different.
Sure. But you did. You got retirement. That's
retired.
something different.
Yeah, that happened.
Okay.
Played some Tarkov.
Nice.
Heavy Rainfall or David or Davy Wavy, as Josh likes to call him.
I like how you just called him that though too. It's not just me anymore.
He got Tarkov, so brand new to the game. So I was in a stream kind of trying to talk him through some things on how you can play, what to do. And then I hopped into some games with him later on in the week.
Nice.
And we were 3 for 3 for extractions, getting out with gear. So that was exciting.
Sick.
I actually dropped him off a whole set. So I got him some armor piece, the helmet, some headphones, a gun, ammo, mags, heals, everything.
Like I joked with you should have turned around and just killed him.
Well, funny story about team killing. So yesterday I was playing Tarkov with my buddy Joey, and he had muted himself in Discord, and I spawned into the game, and so the timer, the raid is supposed to be a 40-minute time. 40-minute raid.
Sure.
We spawned in with 34 minutes left, so we'd been in the raid for 6 minutes. I'm like, Joey, I'm in. And there's no response. I'm like, fuck, he's away from his keyboard still. I was like, there's someone running in my building. I'm like, is that you? No answer.
Uh-oh.
I was like, shit, there's someone in my building. I waited for him to come around the corner. I just blasted him. All of a sudden, Joey unmutes. He's like, oh, I'm dead. I'm like, oh, shit.
All he had to do was say that he's there.
I know. Yep.
Jesus.
So I sprayed him down,
Christ.
and then trying to leave, I got one tapped in the head by a sniper. So it sucked. I tried to get his gear out for him. But yeah, it sucked.
It's okay. It's just the way the game plays.
It is.
You know?
It is. I played 3 matches of Valorant yesterday.
How'd that go?
2 wins, 1 loss.
Okay.
The second or the last map we played, we got the same map actually all 3 times, which
Nice.
wasn't fun because you want variety. But,
Sure.
We got
But
Haven.
it just makes you can learn that map more. I
Very
don't know.
true. Very true. We got Haven, which is the 3 bomb site map.
Okay.
We were up 12 to like 6. And
They came back.
no, well, so here's the thing.
Okay.
They were like, hey guys, we lost. Let's knife fight in mid. So like 3 or 4 of us got out there. A couple others joined in, and then someone decided to whip out the gun and mow us all down. So,
Assholes.
yeah. And then they're like, let's do it again. And we're like, okay. So a couple went out there, got freaking wrecked right away. So it ended up being 12 to 8. We lost that round because people were being dumb. And then the next round, I'm like, all right, I'm going to play this legit. So, I'm playing Garage, which is in between C and B.
Okay.
And my teammate gets a pick. We're on defense to end the map. So my teammate gets a kill in mid window, and then they trade it out. So right now it is 4-on-4. Their jet swung around with the bomb, killed their jet through their door window. I'm like, all right, we're up.
Yep.
For a second. My whole team goes down, and it ends up being a 3v1.
Oh no.
So I wrapped around. So I walked all the way around C site and back into their because I could see the bomb from their spawn. Well, their Omen picks up the bomb and tries to rotate around to C. I pick him off. I'm kind of bouncing back and forth along their spawn wall. Peek out, or I fight a little bit with their. So they had Omen, Sage, and Phoenix.
So you had to deal with flashes and slows.
Flashes and slows. So
Great.
well, the Phoenix tried flashing around the corner, missed me. So I peeked the other side from where he flashed, and the Sage is coming through the garage where I was. I just one-tapped her in the head. So I'm like, all right, 1v1. So I rotate back to where he flashed. He wasn't there. So I turned around, and I hard swing around the corner where the bomb was, and he's looking down the sight line. So I just popped him, ended the match. And like my whole team was like, fuck yeah, like that was a way to end it. So it was really exciting.
That's awesome.
Yeah, especially after they were the douches pulling out weapons when we tried to knife fight them.
Just clutching it up, man.
Yep. Oh, and earlier in the match too, it was like it was 5v1. They had one player left, and their teammates were like, "Oh, he's AFK." No, he wasn't. He was sitting in the window. So they tried to bait us into moving.
Sure.
And nah. So they were just playing. They're playing like douches, but it was good to get the win.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's honestly fucking cool.
Yeah, the clutch on the end was good after they were being dicks to us.
Jesus Christ.
And then Animal Crossing, I bought $104,000 worth of bells worth of turnips today.
Nice.
I cleared my main island of trees. I moved all my fruit bearing trees on I have like a little orchard on the left side now.
Nice.
And just working on cleaning things up.
Sweet.
Yeah. What about you? What'd you play this week?
I played Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah.
That's literally it.
That's it.
Yep. That's it.
We did do a bonfire on Friday, so we weren't part of the community play date.
Yes.
I saw Heavy Rainfall was streaming it, so hopefully that went well.
Yes. We just needed to get away from everything. Long work week. Wanted to get Dom out there. He's been cooped up at home with nobody around, so yeah, wanted to just have a good night. But no, I played Animal Crossings. I've been playing the stock market as well. I bought 420,000 bells worth of stocks. I just filled my inventory.
Yeah.
And then I made like 2.2 mil last week.
Nice.
So I plan on just keep stocking that up.
Where are you selling? Are you finding people to go sell to?
Yep.
See, part of me just doesn't want to go through all that.
Oh, it's super easy.
I want to make a profit on it.
It's super easy. All you do is it's a turnip exchange. It's a website, and people post their islands and whether or not there's an entrance fee. So like, for instance, last week I sold at one that was like $550 that they were selling for. And the entrance fee was 4 Nook Miles tickets. And since I'm swimming in Nook Miles, I don't use the tickets.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll just have all my inventory filled with turnips except the one spot for the Nook Miles. Nook Mile tickets. And then I'll just sell that last stack at my island whenever I want. But no, you're putting a queue. How
does that work? On the site, you wait?
Yep. So some it requires you to link your Discord account, so it has your Discord name.
Okay.
But all you do is, or it may not, whatever. That doesn't matter. You join the queue, and if you're allowed into the queue, like if they have a spot available for you, then you get in the queue, right? And then you see the other people that are currently at the person's island, and you know that because they haven't clicked the button leave queue yet.
Gotcha.
So eventually it gets to you, it'll ding, and it'll say click here for your dodo code.
Oh.
And then you just give the code to the dodo at the flight place at the airport. Go right over there. And the island that I went to, this person was sitting on a bench and had a walkway made to bring you right to the shop and make it so you basically couldn't go anywhere else. So you pay up. But no, the person was sitting right on a bench right outside the airport and was commenting on people's outfits.
Oh.
And so I just dropped my Nook Miles tickets. I just went around the corner of the shop, sold, came back, said thank you in the text, and just left. It was super easy, super intuitive.
See, I don't know. It seems like a lot for me to want to try to do.
Here's the way I look at it. When you're not working, right, have it up on one of your monitors and just do something else.
Sure.
And then when it's time, do it. You don't have to focus on it. Just don't close it. Just have it up. Super, super simple.
Very true.
Yeah, that way you can capitalize on those prices.
I feel like it's cheating the game out of how it wants to be played, though.
So Dom and I were talking about this, and I'm not a huge fan of the time traveling aspect.
Yeah.
Because then you're legitimately getting things that you realistically shouldn't be getting because it's not the actual day.
Mm-hmm.
You're manipulating it. And then in terms of the stocks and whatnot, you're not I don't know if that other person was time traveling, right? From what I know, that person has an island. There's online play.
Yep.
It's available for everybody. And the person is allowing you to come there and sell. I don't see that as manipulating anything because it's in the game. It's how the game was intended, right? And then Dom's response to the whole time traveling thing is, and so you know what they did with the interest rates?
No.
So when you have money in your savings, you like every 30 days or whatever it is, you get money back.
Yeah.
And interest. And they reduced the interest rate because people were abusing the system.
Sure.
So with time traveling, obviously. Therefore, and Dom's complaint was, why even have it in there or why not just patch it or do something if people are doing this? So it's a give and take. But in terms of the whole traveling to somebody's island just to sell something, if the functionality is there and like I'm not doing anything against how the game is meant to be played or designed, I don't see a problem with it. But the whole time traveling thing, that's weird to me because that's a system setting thing that you're going in and changing.
Yeah. No, I think the thing with me and you know, traveling to someone island for turn-up exchanges, you're using a third-party site for it, right?
True.
You don't know this person in normal.
Correct.
You like it's not one part of your friend group. It's
Correct. I
it's
can see that.
someone that you don't know that's taking advantage of the stock market. Really.
Yep.
It sucks.
I can see that. But yeah, I played one game and that's it. Well, it's time for some shout outs. First up, happy birthday to Vitoed. It's his birthday today, as a matter of fact. Yes. Shout out to Heavy Rainfall for hosting last week's community playdate. Seriously, thank you very much, Dave. It is greatly appreciated. And then congratulations to My Tales on getting married.
Wow.
Yes. We met the gentleman in Chicago.
Yes, we did.
Yes. So congratulations to him. That's fantastic. And that's it for the shout outs. Let's go to community creations. This is actually a pretty short and quick show here. So community creations this week, we have Halo memes every day, reddit.com/r/Halo memes. You know what it is. Go ahead and check them out if you want your meme fix. We have clips of the week number 54 by High Tech Redneck. Stay tuned. Monday is when Beth posts those videos. We'll include it in the Google Doc of the show notes of the show. Monday fun day. And then Halo is Back montage contest submissions. This is by haloisback.com. Check it out. All the submissions thus far are included there. We have Halo 2 Anniversary screenshots and wallpapers by Snickerdoodle. This is like an entire asset pack that they'd send out. So there's a bunch of cool screenshots, wallpapers, mobile wallpapers, so on and so forth in there. It's from Halo specifically. And then finally we have, and Beth posted this in the Discord, so thank you, Beth, for doing this because I wanted to include this in the show. We have the Unsung Heroes of Halo, the Eavesdrop Podcast, episode 60, with special guest Joe Fries. So make sure you check that out as well. And then also, Will, before you plug the show, I just want to quickly mention one more time that the GT Halo Schoolyard Redu, or Redux, and we're dropping frames again, as I can clearly see. That tournament is going on right now, so make sure to tune into that if you can. Mixer.com/GT Halo. And we'll be talking about a bunch of different recaps next week.
Awesome.
So, Will, without further ado, please plug the show.
You can find us on your favorite podcast services. Just search for HCS Pro Talk. We are on iTunes, Google Play, Podbean, Stitcher, Spotify, and others as well. Leave us a review and let others know about the show. You can join us on our Discord.
That came in like 2 days.
It's crazy.
Actually, like a day. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Continue.
Join the Discord. Join the community discussion. We also have our Xbox Club or Spartan Company. Find us on HaloWaypoint.com. We are on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Esportspedia. And we also have our own website, HCSProTalk.com. Go check it out.
Check it out. Thank you, Will.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you got rudely interrupted there.
Yeah.
I got my Vikings hat. I ordered like this literally like a couple days ago.
I know.
I didn't think it was going to come quickly. But it did. That's besides the point. Is the stream okay now?
I don't know.
Fucking Comcast, bro. Can I quit them?
We have to have Natana and Vicky turn off their Wi-Fi when they're here.
Oh my God. Because that's clearly the
Save
issue.
all the bandwidth.
Yep, all the bandwidth. Awesome. Well, I don't have anything else, to be honest with you.
Me either.
Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for episode 127 of HCS Pro Talk. I want to thank you very much for listening, and stay tuned to the Q&A live show at the end of this show. Shows, words, and things, stuff. You know.
Yeah.
What it is. Watch The Last Dance tonight. Last 2 episodes come out. Very excited. Looking forward to it. And that's all I got. We'll catch you next week. We're going to talk about more Halo stuff. We're going to see how the first ever MCC Pro Series tournament goes. Hopefully it goes well. Who the fuck knows? Only time will tell. Oh, also, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Let's give a shout out to our recent followers as well. Let's see here. We have Ungoy Farmer, Shay7897, Reed Harvin 007. Hey!
007.
Yes, that was in... wasn't that in Roster Mania? Or no?
Maybe. Yes.
I feel like it was. Maybe.
It was just 07, though.
Oh, well, there we go. DeSuave Man and Hoaxer, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Hoaxer, good luck to you as well with your team going into Infinite. Seriously, very much looking forward to it. That squad is nasty. Yeah. And then also, thank you very much, Jordan, for the 2-month sub. Greatly appreciated as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for us. Stay tuned to the live Q&A at the end of the show. But until next week, bye-bye!
There we go.
Awesome. Sorry for the technical difficulties again, guys. Comcast is a bitch. Always have been, always will be. I plan on upgrading hardware this week, potentially.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that maybe helps things out. I don't know. Comcast is just a fucking dick. I'm going to put my new hat on. Ever since I saw it, I knew I wanted it. It's the Vikings draft hat. Or the draft class hat. Fuck yeah. I'm so surprised how quickly this came. Pandemic and all.
Sure.
I'm so surprised. We have jokes and puns, Will.
Yeah.
We've got the jokes and lay puns. Oh, hope everyone's having a great day.
Not as many this week.
No, not as many because we recorded like ultra late just this last week.
Yeah.
Thanks, Comcast, again.
Yeah.
It's okay. We were up the majority of the time, so not terrible. You know, you can't predict these things. This is what it is. Will, you want me to start this week?
Sure, why not?
All right. Let's do jokes. Well, the joke.
The joke?
For Wednesday, May 13th. My son just threw a milk carton at me. How dare he?
We had that one.
Yep. Not this one. We had one similar.
Yes.
Yep. It was in your calendar.
It was.
And it pissed me off even more. What do you got for Wednesday?
Coffee is the silent victim in our house. It gets mugged every day. Woo!
Your reaction was, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, my God. Hey, Will.
Yep.
And chat, if the stream dies again, because it looks like it's going to. What did Tennessee?
Same thing, Arkansas. Let's go.
You got it. You got it, you winner, you. Congratulations. Take it away.
Police were called to a daycare center where a 3-year-old was resisting arrest.
There's that.
There's that.
For Friday, burgers always laugh when they're around pickles. They're probably picklish.
Like
ticklish.
Like ticklish, but
worse.
Worse. A lot worse.
Yep.
All right. The pun of the day for May 15th, which was this Friday.
Yes.
My ceiling isn't the best, but it's up there.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. Ready for the weekend?
Yeah.
For the weekend's joke of the day. Why did the dog jump into the sea?
Why?
Why did the dog jump into the sea?
No idea.
Chat? Any guesses real quick? Before the stream dies again? Fucking Comcast. I'm going to kill him.
Getting angry.
Yep. I mean, I'm going to metaphorically kill them. I wouldn't actually inflict harm.
Yeah.
Obviously. I just want people to realize that, you know?
Sure.
Just in case like people think about, oh my God, he's a fucking serial killer.
He's going crazy.
Like, no, I'm not. Calm down. So why did the dog jump into the sea? He wanted to chase the catfish.
Okay.
What do you got for the pun, Will?
I recently heard about a mannequin that lost all of his friends because he was so close-minded.
Make sure you keep that weekend one because I need to tell the folks at work. Thanks. I fucking hate it.
That's a bad one.
It was a bad one.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for the jokes and the puns. If anybody has any questions, comments, or concerns that they want to leave in the chat before we close this out for the rest of the day, feel free to do so right about now. I'm going to look into why we were having issues with the stream today, too, just to see if there's anything specifically on my end that's not Comcast related.
Okay.
And that way I can, if there was something, then I can fix that for the next time. But if it's not, then, like I said, I have an idea of what I'm going to do.
Does the CW outlast the WB? What?
What? DS Jackson. First up, thanks for the follow. Yeah. Second, what? Are we talking about, like, the CW is in the TV channel?
The TV channels? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Will it outlast the WB? Does the WB have Warner Brothers? Do they have a TV channel? Am I an idiot right now?
They had, maybe?
Is that what we're talking about here? I'm so fucking confused.
Just trying to throw us for a loop here.
I feel like it.
It's a broadcast network.
You just assumed it was your internet? No, it's not, Beth. It's definitely on our end. And I think it's Comcast's problem. It used to be WB? So the CW used to be WB? Oh, the CW is their new name. Then I'm going to say the CW will outlast the WB.
Sure.
Because they already are. I mean, if it's the same fucking company, then neither of them are outlasting the other. It's the same company.
But it could be, like, what name is going to be around longer? Like, are they going to change from the CW after so long? It's
Let's look this up. The CW. Hold on, okay?
Investigative research going on right now.
Thanks, Wikipedia. So, Yep. The CW television network, commonly referred to just as the CW, is an American English language free-to-air television network that is operated by the CW Network LLC, a limited liability joint venture between the CBS the CBS Entertainment Group unit of Viacom CBS and AT&T, whose Warner Media subsidiary is the parent company of Warner Brothers, former majority owner of the WB. The network's name is an abbreviation derived from the first letters of the names of its two parent corporations, CBS and Warner Brothers.
CW.
Yep. So there you go. So technically, since they are the same company,
the answer is no. Because
Warner Brothers has been around for so much longer? Or
that,
what?
and if there's trouble with the parent companies, the subsidiaries are going to be the first to go.
True statement. Warner Brothers has been around. Warner Brothers Incorporated has been around since 1971. Oh, wait. So it was formerly Warner Brothers Pictures, Inc. from 1923 to 1967. And then Warner Brothers, Inc. from 1971 to 1992. And now it's Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers Entertainment Incorporated. And then the CW was formed in 2006. So yeah, I'm going to say no as well. Does CW stations have a court block? Jackson, I have no fucking idea what you're asking right now. What? What questions are these? What? What is it? What?
I don't know.
The fuck's a court block? Court block. Let's look it up.
I'm going to use the restroom while you're doing that.
All right. Fuck if I know, Jackson. I have no idea. Jesus. What are these questions? I simply don't know. Oh, boy. Will's taking a bathroom break, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everyone's having a great Sunday afternoon. Hanging with us, dealing with our technical difficulties. You know, you gotta love them. I don't. It is what it is. What are you gonna do, right? He gonna poop? I don't know if he's gonna poop. Checks, that's all, folks? Okay. Jesus Christ, what is going on right now? I'm so confused. But yeah, I'm going to take a peek and see if it has anything to do with Comcast, and which I think it does, but you never know. Anything could fucking happen, right? Anything can happen. But yeah. Does anybody have any other fun plans that they're going to do on this Sunday afternoon? Like I said, the last 2 episodes of The Last Dance come out. Very excited for that. I got the next episode of Billions on Showtime. Very much looking forward to that show as well. Or that episode of the show. Westworld is over again. Regardless of thoughts on season 3. It's unfortunate that it's over. So there's that. Will, you got anything fun planned for the rest of the day?
Just The Last Dance is on tonight.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Oh, maybe some video games for a little bit.
Sweet.
Maybe more Animal Crossing.
Cleaning up some more stuff?
Yeah. I was picking like all my fruit, all my flowers. Like I was just looking to sell anything and everything I can. And I got like my first level cleaned up. Now I'm working on the second level. And I had run out of space. So I ran back to my house and I needed to get here for the show. So I literally played Animal Crossing. Like I woke up, rolled over, grabbed my Switch, and laid in bed all morning until I had to get ready to come here.
Christ. All right. It's called dedication, bro.
Yeah.
And then Jackson, the only response I have for your question is Google it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the Q&A at the end of the live show. And that's going to do it for our recording of the show. Beth, you're going to continue the H2A grind. Very nice. I hope that you have no issues in the game whatsoever. Hope everything is just smooth as butter. Guys, it's going to do it for us. We're going to go enjoy the rest of our Sunday. Again, make sure if you're any at all interested in watching some competitive Halo today, you can watch the GT Halo Schoolyard Redux that's happening over at mixer.com/GT Halo. That is happening today. There are also a couple more. There are also a couple more tournaments that are taking place today as well. Sorry, Will, to stall you for just a second. I want to make sure I have them correct. They are... Oh, the Esports Arena Halo 5 2v2, because the European Halo League Halo 5 free-for-all is already done. So, watch some competitive Halo today. Enjoy the rest of your day. And Jackson, no, we have our own song we play. But that's going to do it for us. We'll catch you next week. But until then, again, bye-bye.